Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. We're in our Kubota tractor with a water tanker full of water because our cows are just about out of water. I double checked on the animals just before I started recording, and I'm glad I did because the cows were out of TMR and they were almost out of straw and they're almost out of water. Luckily they haven't been out with too long because their health is still at 100%, so caught it just in time. But I've been doing a lot of things here, so I'll show you around what I've been doing as my trees are still flickering. I haven't been able to figure out that issue yet, but yep, just have to deal with it. Yeah, let's get the cows some water, and I'll take you on a little trip around the map of what I've been doing here, other than taking care of the animals. Is that going to be enough water? Well, it'll be enough water for now, so I don't know if it's going to be enough to fill up the water tank of the cows, but probably not. Alright, let's drop that off. Yep, you're welcome. You are welcome. Let's go on down here. So the money is down a little bit because I put down another sawmill. I did this for a couple reasons. One, I said I probably would, so I did. But two, I think we're going to sell the other sawmill over by our furniture store, Have a Seat, and just have the sawmills over here. I may put down a third one later on, but for now we just got two. And they are both filled up almost all the way, and right now they are both making planks, and they are both on selling. I'm not worried about having enough planks for the furniture shop because the other sawmill is full of planks, and then that's on distribute, so that'll keep the furniture store going for quite a while. I fixed this bump down here at this bridge, so when I was coming back from the other direction, this other side of the bridge had a little bit of a lip on it, but now it's nice and smooth-ish, so my trailers don't go bouncing, and no chance of me falling into the river at any point in time. Down here, just past our grape factory, where we make the raisins and grape juice, well, we just make raisins, I'm starting to put in a little bit of a parking lot in. The parking lot, of course, is for all the workers coming on down to the factories. I want to put a fence around it and probably put up some lighting. I don't like the lights that are in the base game. I know there's a couple mods out there for lighting fixtures, so I may go ahead and change that up. But we're starting to putting in a parking lot. As we zip on down through here, nothing has changed here. I'll show you how many trees we have cut down. I still have the tree harvester. We're still in the same month, so no additional fees yet, and I think I got maybe like 3/4 of an hour on the tree harvester, so I'm getting close to that 1 hour time. I may just go ahead and cut down a whole bunch of trees and just leave the logs there because I don't have no place to bring them yet because all of our sawmills are currently full, so I may just leave the logs up here, but I definitely want to clear out enough to where we can put down more of a vineyard. I like to not just double the size that we currently have, but triple the size. So basically adding 2 more vineyards the same size that we currently have. So what does 200,000 liters of trees gone look like? Well, that's pretty much it. That's all I've gotten. Down to here, it's kind of hard to see, but there are stumps around here and all the way up around to here. And that's what I got cleared out so far. I don't have a problem with leasing the tree harvester for another hour or whatever. I definitely want to clear out a lot more, and I guess I may just have to sell the logs straight up and just take the money from that. And if we have to, we have to. It doesn't really matter to me at this point, but I would rather just take the logs and try to make some planks out of them. So maybe put down the third sawmill. I mean, sawmills are not too expensive, but they're not that cheap either. They're 40 grand a piece. So that can get a little pricey over time. And I'm just zooming through the area here, not really taking the roads that I should. Of course, we all know about our Central Park over here. That's been here for quite a while. But adjacent to the Central Park, I've been talking about putting another residential area, and I started working on that a little bit. So we're going to see that here very shortly. A lot of these projects are not really done. They're just started. And it took a while to get this far, actually. I think about 2 hours I put in here working on some things. But yep, we got some more trees down, and of course some more houses down. No driveways, no cars yet, no decorations whatsoever. But this is right across from that field right there. So yeah, not expanding on that. But yeah, we got another residential area coming into here. Starting to make it more like a village, I would say. So I got a little bit more decoration to go on through there. And of course, the inn is right across the way up there. And of course, our sunflower canola field is up there. So that is pretty much what I got done. Let's see, did I get anything else done? I mean, I'll show you a little bit more here in just a second what I've been doing. But nothing else really down here. So for now, I'm just going to park the Kubota here, and I'll probably forget about it. Let's go ahead and turn that off. But I've been kind of working... Wait, where are we here? I've been kind of working up here. So I've been picking up stones. At first, I tried horseplay in the horse field, and he got stuck on the fence a couple of times. So I started picking up the stones myself, and I thought I was going to start the episode here, but oddly enough, I got to over here and I kind of forgot. This whole section of the field, when we plowed it, there is not one stone in this whole area right here. Not one stone at all. Which is okay, fine, it is what it is. I'll be interested to see next time we plow it, which will be next year after the harvest, if I get any stones out of it. Don't know. But this is a brand new field, so we need to go ahead and prep it for next year for sorghum. Someone did say, and it's a good idea, that we could, either plant sorghum here and over there. And we could use the sorghum for the chickens and the horses, which is a good idea. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that route, though, because I just want to start being able to plant different type of crops. And that way we change it up a little bit. I mean, the wheat field's already in anyway, so that's going to be for the chickens. And like I said, so this might be oats next year, but maybe when we replant in the fall, or it won't be in the fall because sorghum's in the spring only. Yeah, sorghum will be in the spring, so not next spring, but the following spring we could plant sorghum here and over there, and that'll be enough for the chickens and the horses. So let's go ahead and put this on down because we got to put some lime in this field. But before we do, I need to go to precision farming because we don't have any soil samples in this field here. So we got to click on this and purchase soil sampling for 6,500. Okay, there's that. I got to go to here, soil sampling. Oh, nope, sorry. Purchase soil sampling. That's 2625. I think we're a little bit in this field 16, lot number 16. Apparently not, because I can't purchase any soil sampling. But I can in field 15, or sorry, lot 15. Let's purchase some soil sampling just for 1,050. There we go. Now, oh, no, sorry, we got lot number 24. Let's go ahead and purchase that for 6,000. Ooh, there goes a lot of cash. So, not really looking at when I'm plowing a field what lots I'm going in and what I got to purchase for soil sampling, but whatever. Now we know. Now we know the soil type, so now we can go ahead and start spreading the lime. You can also see over here I got these slurry tankers because we're going to put down some digestate in this field and get this field all set for some oats in the springtime. Looks like we actually don't need that much lime in this field, so I'm probably hardly going to go through any of it. You can see in the upper left hand corner our current level and the checker flag is kind of like where we need to target, and we're not that far off at all. So yeah, I'm not going to go through that much lime, which is good. I still got to go ahead this winter and get the cornfield ready over by the grass field so we can do some corn chaff next year. That's another project we need to get to. So many projects going on, and that's why I'm saying the years are going to go by a lot slower than they have been. I think we just looked the last episode, we're like on year 11 or 12, something like that. But now the time's going to go by a little bit slower because we got so much more work to do. I mean, the first couple years we just had like, what, 3 fields, and they were rather small. And now we got this so much more work to do. Now, I did say I want a Ford tractor, and I've been talking about getting a John Deere 9R. But I'm thinking, you know what? I don't think I really need a tractor that big. So I guess if another John Deere were to pop up, we had one not long ago. I think it was the... Was it a 7? Or was it an 8? I don't remember. But I think just getting another, just getting another tractor with like 300 to 400 horsepower would be good. because that way it can do the it can do plowing, it can do all the stuff that these tractors can do. We don't need one with 600 and some odd horsepower. The Deutz is actually pretty high horsepower. That's I think 495 or something like that. So that can do the planting and seeding. Not that the McCormick can't do it, and if we were to get a John Deere with like 300 to 400 horsepower, that tractor should be able to do it as well. It's just that when we get to after a harvest, where we're subsoiling, we're picking up stones, we're baling straw, I'm out of tractors at that point. So yeah, getting a fourth one would be pretty good. The Kubota, that is just meant to take care of the animals and to transport around any pallets that we may need. Speaking of, I got to double check on the TMR mixer, because while I was feeding the cows, I pretty much took all the TMR out of the TMR mixer. So I got to make sure that is running, because we don't want our cows running out of food. And by the way, our cows are up to 8,000 liters of milk, so they are producing milk so much better. But of course, we got so many more cows. I think we're up to 120 cows, which means about 30 more cows, and that barn will be full. But it is getting to the point of I do pretty much have to feed them every day. Every day we got to make sure the cows got their TMR and their water. But as for everything else on the farm, everything else is seems to be running smoothly. And now with 2 sawmills producing planks, and planks actually go for a decent amount of cash. So if I can keep those sawmills up and going, that's going to bring the money in, because right now the BGA is not really doing anything for us. But we may change that here today as well. We got a lot of cow manure, and I think my greenhouses are fine on manure, so I may bring all that manure on down to be processed. I was going to say the manure for the vineyard, but the vineyard does not seem to need any fertilization. At least it didn't this year. So we'll see what happens next year. But I can go ahead and sell that manure now to the BGA and get that processed. And by next year, if the vineyard needs manure, well, we'll have plenty of it. The cows will be doing just fine. See if I can get this in all one go. Then I just have to go grab our Digestate sprayer, which is over at the main farm. Oh no, sorry, I already brought that over. That's what I'm saying. I've been doing a lot of work off camera, so I'm like, did I do that yet? I'm like, no, I don't think so. Yep, we did it. Plus, I've been, with the flickering trees, I tried a few things with my graphic settings to try to figure out why the flickering trees. And it only happens when we get the fall leaves on it, so yeah, I'm not too sure. I did some research, and I'm not really finding much on it. So I might be the oddball with the problem. And it's funny, sometimes I log in and they won't flicker for a long time. It's like, oh, okay, that solved the problem. And all of a sudden they'll just start flickering like they are now. Not too sure. I thought maybe we just had too many trees on the map, and it was getting all clustered. Like, well, if I start cutting down some trees with a tree harvester, that'll help us out. But then, of course, I went and put down a residential area, and of course, I can't help myself, and I put down more trees. So I think I put up more trees than we've cut down. So once we get this field all set, which will be this whole episode, basically what we're working on is this field. I don't know if it'll be next episode or the episode after that. We'll start working on the field over by the grass field for the corn. And I'll start giving horses hay as well, probably in the springtime, once I make sure we're all set on hay, which I think we are. I think with the grass field that we got, that should get us by with what we have. Always got to make sure we got enough grass for the hay for the sheep, because yeah, we moved the sheep from 100 pen to a almost 200 pen, so we're going to double up in sheep here. So I want to make sure we get the sheep through the winter. Alright, so we are all limed up. Let's go ahead and park this up here in this little hill. Because why not? Do I have Digestate in this tanker? I'm thinking probably not. Nope, we do not. So I should be able to pull right up and fill this up. Can I not fill this up? Do I have to hop into here? Do I have to open these up? If I can hop it back into the right tractor. Okay, we did this before. Okay, I just wasn't far enough forward, I guess. I guess the trigger is probably on the back of the tanker, and the trigger to unload is like near the middle of the tanker on the Mac. Of course, we want to fill it right to the brim. Let's go ahead and unfold this thing. Probably won't take us too long to do. Alright, and now we are turned on and we're getting our nitrogen levels up a little bit. So that way when it comes time to putting oats in the field next year, we won't go through as much artificial fertilizer, which we make in our seed production. So we are pretty much self-sufficient here in this farm. We make our own seed, we make our own fertilizer. The only thing we don't make is the liquid fertilizer for the planter. Now another thing that just came out on the Mod Hub, and let's see, you're going to see this on a Monday, so it's been about a week, is a biodiesel production facility. I didn't really want to get into making fuel because that's always been an option for us here at No Man's Land for a while, because I did it in previous versions of Farming Simulator, and making fuel, I don't want to say is cheap, and it sells for a great amount of money and you make money really, really fast. I didn't want to make too much money too fast and kind of advance too quickly. But biodiesel is something I might go ahead and do, because financially we are pretty well doing well for ourselves already. We're doing rather well. It does remind me, I also need to check on the cereal, because I think we got a good amount of cereal I could probably go ahead and sell. I'm going to clip that tree. Yep. I got around it. We're all good. Kind of hoping I can get this whole field done with the tanker that we got here. And I should be able to. So we've expanded the farm quite a bit this year. Of course, we got this field here. We're going to have the corn field over by the grass field. Our sunflower field, we expanded one of those fields by, double. Got 2 more sawmills put down, but like I said, I think I'm going to sell the other one over by the furniture shop. And the reason why that sawmill was put over there originally, well, that was like one of the first buildings we kind of put down. In the beginning, we were picking up the planks and bringing them over via forklift or pallet forks. But now since we just got to distribute, I don't really need to have the sawmill like right next to the furniture shop. Yep, knew that was going to happen. Can I get around that? Thought I was going to take the corner too close to the fence and get stuck on it. I also want to look on the mod hub because I do believe there are some fencing mods out there as well. Because I want to upgrade the entryway to the horse paddock. I want to put like a stone fence down. And I thought there was stone fencing in the base game, but there is not. I know I saw stone fencing somewhere. I think it's probably on the mod hub. And let's see, we are out, so let me go ahead and fold that in so I can pull up next to our tanker and refill. And once again, the horses that we're going to have, I'm not, they're just here for cosmetic viewing and to kind of show off what it's like to take care of horses. I'm not really going to train them to sell them, so someone did say, you know, you can ride around. Why did that stop filling? That tanker should not be empty. There we go. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I may ride the horses around a little bit here and there, but it's not going to be like every day we're going to ride the horses and get their value up or anything like that. They're just there to show them off a bit. May trot around once in a while. Actually, I probably should have, when I started the episode, we were going around the Kubota. I probably should have grabbed one of the horses and trotted around. If I do decide to get into horses and to raise them, to train them, I probably will use a horse helper. But I have no interest in getting involved in that too much. I did that 19 for a while, then it's like, yeah, I'm not going to ride the horses around every time. So, then the second I saw the horse helper mod, I'm like, that's what we're looking for. Yeah, I don't think I've had horses on a farm since the Pacific Northwest in 19, I think. That's the last time we had them. I know a few other people as well have asked, are we going to go on different maps anytime soon? I'm going to say right now, as of now, no other maps anytime soon, which will lead me to another topic here in just a second. But I do have some future plans, but we're talking months out in advance, because I know this summer I'm not going to have time to get on another map and farming simulator. But I'm thinking sometime in October, November-ish, I got some things in the pipeline I want to bring to the channel, and hopefully when fall comes around and winter, of course when winter gets here, I'll have plenty of time because I'm not going to be outdoors. No thanks. I'll have plenty of time to get into some other things, and I do have an idea of a series, but I don't want to. That's all I'm going to say. I just have an idea for a series, and I plan on doing it, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be something different for me. And we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a challenge for me, I think. Not the farming perspective, but what I have an idea for. So that'll be kind of interesting. I don't have a map picked out or anything like that either, so. And maybe by the fall, I'm not sure if we'll be done with No Man's Land at that point. I'm not too sure. I know at one point I said this could go 300 episodes or whatever, and we're like on 120 to 130, somewhere around there. So by the time the fall comes, yeah, we'll be somewhere around episode 200. which would be like my longest running Let's Play, I do believe. I think the Pacific Northwest 19 is my longest Let's Play. And that was taking care of a $55 million loan. Alright, so we are done spreading Digestate here. We'll fold that up. So this field should be ready to go for planting next spring, as many of our fields are. Although I got a lot of fields I could spray Digestate on, but we'll see how far we get with the Digestate. And really, the Digestate, if we run out, it's not that big of an issue. See, this is empty. Let me go ahead and close those covers. Ah, the flickering trees. That hurts me so much on the inside, you have no idea, the flickering trees. Just because I just like seeing the orange color on the map. Alright, so I'm going to bring the tanker on down to the BGA. I'm going to top that off with Digestate, so I can get kind of prepped for the cornfield that we're going to be putting in. Now, I'll probably will at least start that project next episode. We'll start plowing and getting the outline for the cornfield. I really haven't been over there to see exactly. I mean, I know where I want to put it. I just don't know how big of a cornfield I want. So while this is filling up, I don't know if I can fill up the tankers anymore without the truck being attached to it. So I'm going to get this filled up. Then we're going to go up to the cow barn and the TMR mixer and make sure that is running the way it needs to be, so we can get our TMR filled back up. And then I think we're going to grab the manure out of the cow barn, and we're going to bring that on down here to be processed, because I don't need that much manure just sitting around all winter. Alright, back at the TMR mixer, and okay, I'm still going to have silage in here, so I'm going to take care of that. We got straw. Looks like we still got some hay. Wait, where's that stats? Where was it? Yeah, we're all pretty darn good. Except for the mineral feed, so let's bring this over here. Let's see, let me turn on. Apparently I can't pick that up. That doesn't look like it'd be that heavy. I don't know why I couldn't pick it up. Oh, I could pick it up. There we go. And now let's just grab another one of these. We'll just go ahead and place that there. Yeah, I think about 10 pallets of mineral feed when I was down at the store the other day with the Kubota. I did that off camera. There we go. So now we're all set. So as for the silage, I think I can dump this back into the bunker as long as there's silage still in there. At least we could in 19. In 22, can I still do that? I'm going to say yes, but it's probably going to prove me wrong. And the reason why I want to get the manure out of here is because, so not the manure, the silage out of here is because I want to grab the manure from the pits from the cows. Good, I can dump it right back into here for now. That's good. And I forgot how much manure was in here, but we're about to find out. Am I in the trigger? Yep, we're in the trigger. At least this will bring us some cash on in. But I am toying with the idea, though, of putting down a third sawmill over here. Just because, not quite a full trail of manure, but it's good enough. Once I sell the other one, and I have 3 of them over here, one will produce pallets for the furniture shop, and the other 2 will just sell pallets directly. But since they only hold 100,000 liters apiece, and I want to cut down a lot of trees here, yeah, we need to get that wood processed. So putting down a third one is something we can easily do. Oh, and I was filling up the tanker for Digestate down at the BGA before I came up to the cow barn. I went to the store, and I think I was looking at the John Deere tractors. A 6R is not going to be quite big enough. I mean, I think the 6R, the max horsepower I could see that we can upgrade to is 300 horse. So I think the 7R is what we're looking for, at least 7 or 8, or the 9, I guess. Whichever one comes up for sale first. And if it doesn't come up for sale by next season, we'll probably just go ahead and just finally purchase it. I mean, if the cash is as good as it has been, we'll probably end up just purchasing one. Let's go ahead and get our BGA back up and running and doing a little bit of something. And yes, the sugar beets. I'm thinking I may just go ahead and just sell them. I'm not even going to bother. I may chop them up because I think I get more for chopped up sugar beet than just regular sugar beet. And of course we got our sugar beet storage over there that has 500,000 liters in there. Now let me go hit this button, and hopefully it's on a belt and not tipping. Alright, I do believe, if I go down to production buildings, I do believe fabric, rod of wool. And how much fabric do we got? Alright, so I got to remember to turn this back on, so I can sell clothing in the springtime, April. We're here actually for the BGA to make sure I got the manure turned on. 35,000. Oh, I can only hold 35,000, so I'll distribute that at the top of the hour. And then everything else for the BGA is turned on. Cereal, we are out of raisins, so I might as well go ahead and deactivate that. So speaking of, if I go down to cereal, is that a good time to sell it? The best price is actually in February at $2,600. We're in November, but the current price is right up there. So if I really need some cash, I could go ahead and sell it now. But from here on out, the price should be going up. So I might as well just go ahead and wait. And I'm going to leave this truck right here because at the top of the hour, which we can go ahead and let's just fast forward time so I can get rid of this manure here. So let's see how much money we make at the top of the hour at 50,600. So I made about 1,200 bucks right there. And that's probably from selling planks. That also could be from the Big Red Barn, which is directly selling also. But now in the next few hours I should make a good amount of money as well because we are making energy once again. Yeah, this is all set. This needs to be brought back up to the cow barn, the cow farm, because I'm pretty sure the TMR mixer is going to need some more silage to be put into there so we can keep on making that TMR for our lovely, lovely cows. But the horse field, I guess I can call it that because it's around the horses, that is all set to go for next year. And next episode we'll be making another field, at least the start of it. We'll get the Deutzfahr and our subsoiler over there, get an outline down for a huge cornfield. That's going to require next season buying or leasing the forage harvester and the header for it to go ahead and make some chaff. But that won't be until the fall time, so I'll see if I can make some silage with some grass over here if we have enough grass next year. It's all wait and see at this point. Yep, I got a bump there now ever since I put the sawmills in. Got to fix that. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.